Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Jay Villain. Hey, what do you get? Y'all like that fucking Angels deck, huh? Y'all ate that Angels shit up, huh? That was the #1 banger right there. People like the Blood Angels. I knew Blood Angels was gonna be a hit. Blood Angels is always fun to play. I've been playing that for a while. I've been doing a. What's up, Chris Chaos, Steven Skulski, Irish hippie. Wow, we are only 77 away from 3,000? Wow, we're really close. Bad Optics, Trexodactyl, Carl Lamaface. How you doing? Guys, I don't feel like losing anymore, so we're just going to punish people. We're just going to... I've been playing the Punisher on Marvel Rivals, so we're going to have to channel that kind of energy. How you doing, Roaming Boss? Blood Angels. Oh, we got a lot of removal here, boys. Yeah, well, Larry convinced me. Shout out to Larry. Larry convinced me. He said, why are you not doing demon skeletons? That's what he did to climb to Mythic. And I believe him 100%. I believe him 100%. That'll get you there. Oh, Thebanabin. Unfortunately, we're going to have to give him the long goodbye. Oh, so this is a heister. Well, a Dark Angel is an angel that's fallen. A Blood Angel is an angel that's a vampire, which is specifically what we were doing. Dark Angels is fun, though. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. He's got some heisters there. It is a problem, but we should be able to kill anything that pops out. Incubus. Well, being an Incubus demon, that would be... Yeah, I think you're a little biased. Heist steals cards out of your deck. That's the worst thing about it. It steals crads out of your deck. Death Baron. Very nice. Hopefully we'll get a mana here, and Bloodletter of Aclazotz will go to work. He'll lose 10 life. I'm eating with Goofer Friends, hit diamond yesterday. I'm halfway up. Touch of wood furiously. Alright, so Bloodletter of Aclazotz coming up next. Rogwe. Rogyu. Case of the Stash Skellington. Okay. Guess that. Can't block, though. Let's see if he's got that kill cards. Or that counterspell cards. We'll see what he's got here. He's got something in his hand. He's got an instant in his hand. He might have another triumphant getaway. That's Flash. Town ain't big enough. Very nice. Pop, pop, pop. Get to draw another card right there. Stab wound. Okay. Tiny Bones. Okay, so he did Pool Reservoir. Tyranids versus Care Bears. Possibly. All right, let's see if he has a counterspell in his hand. He does. Pop, pop. Figured he did. Draw another card right there. Tiny Bones. Hey, what's up, Jesus? Search your library for a card. Put it in. Sacrifice it. Contreras. 3-tree mascot. 3-tree city or 3-tree mascot? Which one are we thinking? Hey, what's up, True Pixels? Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Stole a card. Or a crad, if you will. Tiny Bones. Lose, gain. Okay, do this. Swing in. Torch the tower. Draw, gain, down to 2. Changeling pinging them with Annex. Yeah, that's a good idea. Good idea, True Pixels. See what he's got here. Probably another heist something or other. This town ain't big enough. Knock that back. This town ain't big enough. Very nice. Boom. Discard a card. Discard Sketch Skeletons. Alright, as long as it doesn't kill me right now, I might make it. If he kills me right immediately, I can't do anything. Hopefully, he just draws a 2-drop. If he just draws a 2-drop, I'll be fine. If he draws 2 1-drops, we're fucked. 2 1-drops will kill us, but 1 2-drop will be good. 2 1-drops, no good. No, he didn't get it. Bye. Bye. Angel poison deck, call it Dark Angel. You're obsessed with the Dark Angels things, man. Unfortunately, we can't do true Dark Angels because we don't have the Valkyries anymore. The Valkyries were the key to doing Dark Angels. I like your idea, man. I like your attitude there, True Pixels. You've convinced me to keep making this the Dark Souls of Magic the Gathering. 3-tree. Hey, there he is, 3-tree mascot. The changeling is every creature type. Add 1 mana of any color. Good one. Who could we replace in this, though? As a silly little guy. We could put him in the sideboard. Tiny Bones. We'll try one of them in there, just for funsies. Listen, I don't want to give myself too much credit, but I'm very proud of this. I called the powerhouse that is Annex way back. Boogeyman, 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 Boogeyman. Roaming Boss, I might take out another case. You're true. You're right about that one. 3 cases is a little much. And Numbskull didn't believe me. I said, listen, this is arguably much better than Annex. It is way better. I know that everyone is worried about losing that 2 life, but don't worry, man. You're good. It's worth it. It's fucking worth it. Wow, that's a lot of mana. At least we have this. Boom. Replace the case. Make sure to like, guys, if you're in the Corpses of the Lost on 3. That's great. If you're in the YouTube chat, make sure to like the video. Yeah, it's a high end as a 6/6, and there's plenty of cheap demons now. Like, it's arguably the gain and drain upside. If you lose 2 life once, as long as you have a demon down, you're going to gain it back. You're going to have no downside, you know? So, it's arguably better. Hit him with the stab. Bloodletter coming in. So you're going to play removal on me there. Boom. Stab. Oh, he's got the reverse stab. Okay. Boom. He hit me with the reverse stab. Marauding Blight Priest. Priest is the word. Does Marauding Blight Priest want to eat it? No, it does not. Okay. Life is a resource. This is true. Many such cases. Very true, MTG Hillbilly. He's going to play the bitter. The bitter blossoms of our very nature. We're going to play this on him. We're going to do that. Hit, pop, land. We'll pop the demon next turn. Is he going to raise the pass? No, he's going to Bloodthirsty Conk us. Oh, he could get the infinite loop here. If he has the bat and a removal, he can get the loop. If he doesn't get that, though, he's in bad shape. He's got Deep Cavern fucking bat there. He needs a drainer. He needs a kill card, really what he needs. Does he have a kill card? Star Scrape. Unfortunately, man, this is how it ends. Vorp 120. I saw you earlier, Vorp 120. I saw you in somebody else's chat. Death. I left a deck for you in standard Discord. It's a fun Naya deck. Hey, what's up? Doesn't matter. Incubus. No, not Incubus. I saw Vorpal in another chat. Oh, yeah, that's where you were. I usually try to check in on the various people that I fuck with every now and again and say hello or something. You left me a Naya deck. Naya's in a weird spot because I'm not crazy about Naya, but I don't hate it either. Let's take a look. Hey, what's up, Tanuki family? Ops goes first. Do that. We're gonna stab whatever drops down here. Yeah. No? Well. Create a treasure token. I don't think we need to stab that. Let's put down tiny bones just to be silly. It's under the name Hobo Hunter in standard. Skellington. Virtue of Loyalty. Is he going to double block me? Unfortunately, I can stab this knight. Now you lost everything. Now you lost everything in the flood. Alright, what's he going to do? 4-drop, he can put down Tajik probably. No, he's going to trump it. Okay. Alright. We'll do this. Natch. Alright. Case of the Stash next. Brass Tunneler's Bobbler Bumbler. Okay, very nice. He's got 2 mana left. That's too much of that. Let's go in. 9 damage for your madame here. Okay. He can put down a big boy. What is he going to put down? Destroy all enchantments and artifacts. I largely don't think that's going to matter, my dude. Did you think that my skeletons were artifacts? I think you might have thought that my skeletons were artifacts. They're people, man. Well, they're not people. They're the skeletons of dead people, but they count as people. It's not very nice to think that they're artifacts. I've been baking cookies. You're on my podcast. Thank you. Skeletons are people too, guys. That's true. I know that doesn't make any sense, what I'm saying, okay? But it is true. See, Shane gets it. Skeletons are people too. I mean, they're like what's left over after a person dies after 10 years is a skeleton. I feel like zombies would be a lot easier to get access to. Like, if you wanted a skeleton, you better already have access to fresh skeletons. Because a zombie is just a resurrected dead person. A skeleton is all the flesh and organs removed. I've been running a deck that you would hate. Is it called Azorius Control? Ghosts? Ghosts are people. Yeah, they're the souls of people. Wouldn't you consider somebody without a soul not a person anymore? A ghost is essentially what mostly makes a person, I would have to say. A ghost is like the main thing that makes a person. What's wrong with control? Control is the great enemy. Control stops us playing creatures. And creatures are how you're supposed to play this game. How do I know you're supposed to play this game like that? That's what Richard Garfield told me. Board wipe tribal? That's miserable. The only time I accept board wipe tribal is if, the only time I accept that is if you have some sort of win con tied into what you're doing. Arguably less. Arguably, yes, they are. However, where their minds have gone is a mystery. This is Demir Enchantments. I kind of like it. All right. We're going to play Stab. We're not drawing any mana here. Auto pay. Boom. My little mono white control. Guys, I hope you know that like 90% of what I'm saying is jokes, okay? Don't take what I say too seriously about control being the great enemy. I don't like control, but obviously I understand its function in the game. I do hate Simic. That's not a joke. Simic, I do literally hate Simic. I don't necessarily hate Simic players. That's where the joke kind of comes in. Listen, I'm gonna counter you with this. I'm gonna tell you what. Mono red will never lie to you. Mono red will never lie to you. Mono red will tell you the truth every single time. Mono red will look you right in the eyes and say, I'm going up right the fucking middle, and you better stop me. That's it. Mono red won't lie. Simic will lie to you all day. Simic doesn't know how to tell the truth. That's the thing about it. That's the thing about it, guys. This was a really good deck, by the way. Very powerful right here. I like it. Mono red is honest. Can we give it that much? Can we give it that much, man? Mono red is honest. Mono red aggro, burn. I'm going to try to lay down as much damage as I can in 3 turns, and that's going to be the end of it. You'll be playing Azorius 2-3 days, man. There's still people right now that started playing Azorius yesterday. They're still playing them right now. Azorius just shuffles its deck back into its graveyard, back into its deck, draws 7 cards, and makes you keep playing. But Simic? Azorius control? Esper control? They lie to you. And they waste your time. So, Mineral Areas Game Reunion, I know I'm doing it as the meme. I have a legitimate gripe with Simic, is that the designers always make busted cards for it. Out of any other color card combination, they have more banned cards than any other color combination. That is a literal fact. That is an objective truth. They are the most broken, unfun color to play against. All they do is just spin their wheels and ramp. All they know how to build for is they go, draw a card and put a mana on the board. That's all they know how to fucking build for. They always build something busted and broken. It's always a goddamn issue. There's always some bullshit. They're always getting banned constantly. It's like that's all they know how to do. It's the most bullshit color. It's got ramp and it's got counterspell, so it has access to everything. It can literally do anything. You want Stompy? Simic. You want counterspell control? Simic. It's just the most annoying, irritating color out there, by far. By far, it's by a country mile. It is just an irritating, grinding color to play against that just never does anything good. Oko, I'll tell you some names. Oko, Uro, Nadu, Growth Spiral. All of these cards are Simic cards that are banned. Oh yeah, it absolutely does. It absolutely does have good removal. Yeah. Simic can send your whole board back to your hand. You ever seen Aether Flux or whatever that is? Going in. It has counter spells as well and knockback. Auto pay. Put down a Forsaken Mind. I'll give him an extra life right there. Boom. I wish Simic was good. I really did. They keep making busted cards for it. Simic Merfolk is probably the only excusable deck because it's a fun tribal deck. And you can make this Sultai Merfolk pretty easily. But just look up the cards that are banned. Like, I'm literally telling you, man. Look up the banned cards. They're all fucking Simics. They're all Simic legendaries. Every single one of them that they had to fucking get rid of is Simic legendaries, man. They're always a problem, perpetually. They're just always a fucking issue. It's baby, are you a newspaper? Because every day it's a new issue with you. It's always a fucking problem. They always fuck everything up. Nadu, it just happened. It happened like 3 months ago. Nadu ruined the whole fucking format. It's just fucking. Trapped in the screen. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the Stompies. The Stompies are fun, you know, but you don't run into those too much, man, you know? It's, yeah, probably should have played that one. Doppelgang. Doppelgang is some bullshit. Who's happy to see Doppelgang? Who's happy to see that shit? Nobody's happy to see that. Hey, what's up, Dustin Jamin? Dustin Jamin. Bum 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 bum. All right. On changing the name of Explorer to Pioneer after the 71,000 cards still not being a true Pioneer. So, Hat Life MTG, it could technically not be Pioneer, but also, who is playing the other commons or uncommons in Pioneer? And I feel like they're probably going to supplement it. If the Pioneer meta shifts and they need to put in a bunch of new cards, they can slide 20 or 30 new cards into the game. I think it's a Pioneer facsimile. It says it has 99.5% of Pioneer parity. I think that it's going to be close enough to reasonably call it that. I don't think that they're going to add that and call it a day. If something busts out, I think that they will maybe do something, you know, with it. But we'll have to wait and see. You know, it's gonna be hard to say for sure, but I think it's fine. You know, are there people that are particularly upset about it? I don't know. Oh, it's green. It's not easy being green. Sunflower shoot druid. He's gonna do it to you. Boom. 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 It's going to be cheaper than playing Paper Pioneer, I'll tell you that much. And that's something to be happy about right there, you know? What do you think, Hat Life? I'm curious as to your opinion on it. I hate this deck. Remember we were talking about how we hate Simic? This is why I hate Simic. This shit right here. Yeah, I mean, when they say Pioneer Masters, they mean Pioneer Meta. If you're playing Pioneer Pauper and you're only using weirdo obscure cards, I don't think they mean you. And I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing. I think that we kind of know what they mean when they say that, right? Do we kind of get what we mean when they say that? Yeah, they mean Pioneer Meta. That's the thing. They mean the Pioneer Meta. Whoops. Someone wasn't paying attention. I feel like next year, after all the sets are releases, I feel like they might say, hey, we're adding 10 more cards because, you know, all the sets that we released over the last year, over 2025, there are cards that have come to the Pioneer meta that are, nobody used them before, but now they're super effective with what we've printed over the last 6 sets. So, we're going to be adding those to the packs. They're going to be available on Arena. We're going to add these 10 cards. We're going to program them in, and that's going to be in the Pioneer Masters availability. Whatever. Here's 3 more packs. We'll call it Pioneer Masters 2 or whatever. They have that ability. I feel like if it shifts big enough, that's going to be something. But it's too hard to add that many commons and uncommons into the game that aren't going to really be that much for brewing. You know, if nobody's using them, I feel like they're adding double work for themselves, you know, so. Yeah, that guy wasn't paying attention. He took 4 damage times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 was how much he had, so that he died. He died. Let's do the tiniest bones you ever did bone. We're playing Dark Souls. This truly is the Dark Souls of Magic cards. Alright, he's swinging in. Or is he? Let's do this. They could, yeah. There's a lot of things they can do. Hey, what's up, Lord Gypticus, the Flipticus, the #1 Kipticus? There's a lot of things they could do. You know, I don't think that. I think if the meta shifts, then I'm sure that they would respond to it. I don't think that they're trying to, you know, make things bad, generally speaking. Case of the Stash Skellington. Hey, thank you for coming, Irish Hippie. Appreciate it. Hope you liked on your way out. With that green rare I just cracked, what was it? I didn't even see. Oh, the Stompy Unnatural Growth. Do you know what's so funny is that guy used for the models of the squirrels a bunch of meme squirrels, which is pretty funny. People found the artwork that he referenced. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty good stuff. He's coming in. Alright, so I gotta read what this does. Attacks. Target creature gets one. Triggered like a second time. I'm gonna source you. So we're gonna use that. Boom, boom. Okay. Tai Weiken. Wonder how that's pronounced. Tai Joaquin. Boop, 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 boop. Screaming Mimi. There she is. Running them all in. No blocks. No blocks for us here, Screaming Mimi. We'll hold on to that stab card to try to survive here. Pass. You playing a pump? Playing a wipe. Lightning Helix, boom. Boom. Oh, beautiful finisher right there, ladies and gentlemen. He had it in hand. You'll love to see it. Oh, I'm not even mad about that. He had it in hand. Sometimes you got it in hand. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, Ignar. Red has the pump like you wouldn't believe. Red has a ridiculous amount of pump. Yeah, they can just pump forever. If you build up, if you let Red build on you, they're gonna fucking pump forever. They're just never gonna stop. Hobo Hunter, aka, hey, what's up, Strikey Loco? I didn't see you. Welcome. Augusto Gonzalez, how you doing? Yeah, I'm playing in the Alchemy queue. It's a little better than standard right now. Maybe we'll go one in. Doesn't matter. I need you to do the export for your deck. Otherwise, I can't import it, and I don't want to manually do it. I very much do not want to manually enter your deck. So, can you do the export-import trick for me? That would be great. And I'll gladly take a look at Naya, because I'm always curious about Naya. TJ Wadsworth, welcome back. Chris Chaos, how you doing? Oh, we got a lot of people in here on Twitch tonight. Welcome, guys. What made y'all want to join on a Sunday night? He's going to do it. He's going to bite down. Boom. Bolt the bird. You always bolt the bird. Hopefully we draw mana here. I'd love to put down Tiny Bones and Hopeless Nightmare. That'd be great. He's going to Swift Boots. That's a problem. Perfect. Okay. So we put down the tiniest bones you ever did bone. Go, go, Power Red. He wasn't expecting that one. It's going to become mine. Oh, I get Galt of Primal Hunger. Okay. Bristly Bill. I hope he aggro's in. Perfect. Boom. He's probably got a couple more fights, which I'm worried about. I used to watch Power Rangers every day after getting home from school. I love that show. I watched the American remade version. I had no idea that it was a crazy Japanese thing called Kamen Rider or whatever the fuck. I just knew it was Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You know what I mean? You guys get what I'm fucking saying. Boom. No. He said no. Ooh, Death Baron. Very nice. It was the goat of times. It was the woad of times. Face down card. Spicy. Spicy boys. No attacks. I think, unless he draws something phenomenal next turn, I think that he's going to be in trouble. No, he's going to activate his Ultra? He's going to activate Ultra Instinct? No? Thorn-Wheeled Archer. Nice. Okay. Okay. He's playing too defensive here, I think. Thank you so much, Joel, a.k.a. Krads Lebov. Very nice. Okay, so the Galtese Falcon can go down. Ward 1. Let's put down Death Baron. Let's do this. Let's push on him. You want to play? We can play, man. You want to go? Let's fucking go. Gotta break out the accent for that one. I like that we stole his Galtese Falcon. It's funny to me. Really? That's pretty cool. What would the Power Ranger secret lair be like? Well, I imagine there would be a black, red, white, blue Ranger. Leyline Axe, very nice. That's not going to do anything. I know how to talk Cuban. I live in Miami for a lot of years. I know how to talk like a Cuban. You know? There's also a little Scarface in there. My dad, he talked with a Chilean accent. It's a little different. I just want to do this for proof of point, okay? I just want to prove this point. We got Galta. We got zombies, skeletons, demons. We got all kind of crazy shit going on here, man. That's a crazy board. You don't want to see that coming down at you. You don't want to see this insanity swinging at you. It's terrible. You know? Cubano. Cubano, you gotta talk real lazy with your tongue like this. They talk real fast and they were very bouncy. Bum, 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 bum. Well, we have the option. We have a real Exodia type of option that we could get if they made a Power Rangers. So this is a I don't even want to emote on him, man. I'm not even trying to emote on him. Negative 44, that'll do it. Negative 44 means that you've lost the game in a spectacular fashion. In a spectacular fashion, you have lost this game. I mean, listen, if you want to rank, if you want to rank, you know, just rank, man. All you got to do is put demons and skeletons in the deck in mono black and just Dark Souls your way to victory right here, man. It's pretty wild what you could do with this. It fights real good. It's at 83% right now. 75 on the play, but 83 overall. It kills people real spicy like. And I think that's all you can really ask for a mono black deck. It's the best of, and it's got upgrades. It's got all kind of upgrades from whatever that is. We got artifacts in here. We got all kind of stuff. You know. So, yeah, I can't say it's that bad. I have to say it's pretty good. Standard legal, alchemy legal, it's everything that you want to go. It's everything that you could want in a Dark Souls deck. This truly is the Dark Souls of Magic cards. I've been Jay Villainy, you've been great. Bye-bye. Well, that was that, guys. Easy as pie. I'm just going to keep playing it because it's fun, though. That was the video. Did I already make a Dark Souls deck? Oh, there's Hobo Hunter with his Naya. He's real excited about his Naya, so we got to do what he do. True. Hey, what's up, Strikey Loco? You played number 42 2 games ago, still mono black? Yeah, tell me about it. Demonic Tiny Bones. Those were goated times. We used to. It was if you had 4 different artifacts, you can combine them into a Megatron. I'm sorry, Megazord, whatever. But yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. You could probably do an Exodia-like card if they did a Power Rangers. I think everyone would cry about having a Power Rangers deck. Listen, I'm on the side of ambivalence. I'm mildly amused to ambivalent about the nature of Secret Lair coming into everything. Not Secret Lair, but Universes Beyond. I know a lot of people are upset about it. I'm like, you know, That's nothing can kill the Grimace, so. Llanowar Elves, very nice. Skeletons. You're talking about a McDonald's secret lair? Is that what you're building, TJ Wadsworth? Is that what you're constructing here, is a McDonald's secret lair? Boop, 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 boop. Crads. Twitching Doll. Interesting. That's another ramp card right there. Charming Scoundrel. Wicked Roller, a treasure. He's ramping. He's ramping like it's nobody's business. Soulstone Sanctuary. We'll put down Bloodletter Lazats. Push in. You're going to take 8 damage. You're going to take 12 if you don't do anything. You're going to take 8 if you don't stop me. Grimace's Darksteel Colossus, pretty much. He's going to what? Play a pump here? Snakeskin Veil. Nice pump. Boom, boom, boom. Down to 6. Very nice. He's got to put his endgame in play here. He's got a 5-drop to lay down. Yeah, you know, it's a little disturbing that I'll say the biggest issue is that they consider the Magic property only one brand inside of the overall Magic system, and that, you know, it's essentially a way to play cards, play any kind of system in a cards. They're trying to make it the overarching card system for any brand, which is probably going to be very profitable and huge, but also, you know, it's a little sad to be a stranger in your own home. But I think this is the world. This is where we're at with brand integration. I think people are overreacting. I think people have been talking about the death of Magic forever and how it's ruining everything. And I think what people are really upset about is the dreaded C word. Do you know what the dreaded C word is, guys? Capitalism. It's capitalism, guys. That's the dreaded C word. Wizards of the Coast is is Hasbro, is a big corporation, and they want as much money as they can. That's your late stage capitalism. Razor Ramon impression. Razor Ramon. People always say I sound like Razor Ramon. Listen, they have a profit incentive. That's the nature of a business. A business is not in the business of not making tons of money. They have shareholders. They have a bottom line. They want to make as much product as they can that appeals to the widest audience. Whether or not that's a detriment to their brand in the long term, they don't care. This year, line will go up. When line goes down, that's the future's problem. Right now, line go up. You know. And that's it. And it's not capitalism as a concept. It's late stage capitalism. When there's no more worlds to conquer, you start eating yourself. There's no more expansion to go on. You know, this isn't the 90s where trading card games are brand new and it's an uncharted territory. But we've been here for 30 years. We got to do something to keep the profits flowing in. You know what I mean? It's got to be, they've got to bring in something. You know, so yep, it's the inevitable outcome. It's going to be short-term profit seeking. Short-term profit seeking as far as the eye can see. And hey, yo, I don't know who you're like the third person who's told me I sound like that person. I don't know who Razor Ramon is. Long goodbye. Who's Razor Ramon? Can you just tell me? Am I allowed to know who it is? Echoing Depths. You Rock Hard. The WWF wrestler. There we go. Okay. Draw card. That's not bad. Start carrying toothpicks to flick at people. Yeah, it sounds like there's some elaborate lore on this guy. That sounds pretty fun. Sounds like he really had his character up. Like he really had his character figured out. Let's do that, and let's go for. Can you smell? Yeah, I used to watch wrestling pretty religiously. Not religiously, but pretty regularly. I used to watch it pretty regularly. Let's see, when was it? 2008, 2009, I was pretty invested. I've been on and off with wrestling. I get bored of it after a while. I do get bored of it after a little bit. Develop an alcohol problem and no show to streams constantly. All right. Do. All right, I'm gonna go get some water before we do the shakedown breakdown. Hold steady, everyone. Please stand by for further instructions. I'm not going anywhere, but hold on. I'm gonna use the bathroom and get some water. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Take swords, 500. S words. Your mother, Trebek. I loved, what was his name? Daryl Hammond? Phil Hammond? No. Swords. Penis mightier. Your mother, Trebek. Let's do the shakedown and then we can run some more games after if we want. Daryl Hammond. Yeah, it's really rough on your body. It is. Wrestling is hard on your body and your brain. I'm sure those guys did a lot of drugs, a lot of gear. I'm sure it was, all right, hold on. Let's get this also in here real quick. Let's do this, because I always forget to export. Okay. Import. Ooh, I actually don't have some of the cards. Now you've intrigued me. I actually don't have some of the... Oh, Rocco. I don't have the third Rocco. That's it. Okay. Anand Pakal. Interesting. PNLR. So it's a Rocco Exile PNLR with Quintorius. Yeah. I need runs up. Okay. I'm getting what you're putting down here. It's a go wide. It's a go wide. Hulk Hogan was probably the worst person ever. He's in the running for like one of the worst actual human beings ever. I have not heard a single person say anything good about Hulk Hogan in my life. Any other wrestler, any other person that's ever met him, maybe kids who met him when he was little because he knew what side his bread was buttered on, but I've never heard anybody say anything positive about that guy. He's like a scumbag that other scumbags don't like, you know? Some people were like, listen, I'm a scumbag, but that guy fucking took scumbagging to like a new, he was like an art form of scumbagging. Like he was Picasso. So yeah, it's disappointing to hear, but you know, what are you gonna do? All right, shakedown breakdown time, guys. Let's shake it and quite possibly even break it. Hillbilly Jim. Well, you had those heels that were like Undertaker, Sting. I feel like they started the 90s. You started the anti-hero arc. Of like they weren't like, you know, Bret Hart. They were more of a edgy fucking. They were like a bad guy. They do bad stuff and be tricky, and they'd act like a heel, but they were the hero in a lot of ways. That was the Attitude Era, you know. All right, let's shake it and break it. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain Jay, and tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do, because tonight we truly are running the Dark Souls of Magic cards. I'd never get tired of that joke, because it's always going to be funny, because people are always going to say X is the Dark Souls of X. It's demons and skeletons. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy wins, man. It's farming. It's legitimately one of the strongest mono blacks out there right now. Aggression, power, explosive damage, just some of the best things you can do. An aggro where people are not expecting to get aggroed. Before people turn around, the difficulty of this deck, literally, like Dark Souls, just goes through the roof. You're like, oh, look, a castle. And then you go in there, and then a bunch of skeletons and demons are eating you. And then it's over, and it says you died on the screen. So that's what we're running today. Mono black, demon skeletons. Before we do that, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button, because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. You're gonna get attacked by the like and subscribe, which you may or may not know is a YouTube werewolf who will viciously maul and claw you for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainej for all live streaming goodness. We would love to have you there live and in person on Twitch and on YouTube. Great place. You can watch us both there. We're almost at 3,000 followers on Twitch, so I really want you to go over to Twitch and follow me. I'd like to get 3,000 by the end of the year. That's been my goal, so help me out with that one. Join us on the stream. Already said that. Check out our Discord community for all the latest news, information, post your decks, post memes, ask questions, share your decks, whatever you want. It's going to be on Discord, so our community lives. And, of course, this deck and all the other ones that I build are going to be available down below on my AetherHub. So if you want a copy of this one, you go right down there to do it. So, what are we talking about? Well, best of right here. So, as far as Skelling Bros, we're going to go with 2 Tiny Bones, the Pickpocket, which is the 1/1 Tiny Bones. He steals stuff out of the graveyard, which is really fun. And we're going to be playing him with the other Tiny Bones as well. He's a Skeleton Rogue. I like that he's an early play because of that 1/1 Death Touch. He's very dangerous for people to aggro into us. They're going to lose some of their best cards unless they get rid of him. He's a good answer for a lot of stuff. People don't like to get hit by him, especially if they've thrown away things. We've got a lot of removal and discard in this deck, so there's a lot of good things to snipe out of their graveyard. It's not a bad card to put down. Forsaken Miner, extremely useful, especially for running targeted discard and, of course, removal, because he comes back for 1 black. He comes back to the battlefield. He's 1 black, 2/2. He cannot block. That's fine. Whenever you commit a crime, you may pay 1 black. If you do, return Forsaken Miner from your graveyard to the battlefield. Very useful combination right there to always bring it back for skeleton aggressiveness right there. So solid card. Hopeless Nightmare, we're going to go 2. We're going to go with 2 of these. 1 black, when Hopeless Nightmare enters, each opponent discards a card and loses 2 life. Forcing life loss is a great combination play, especially with Unholy Annex. I can't tell you how well they play into each other, especially with Unholy Annex and Bloodladder of Aclazotz. Using these in conjunction, Hopeless Nightmare, Unholy Annex, and Bloodladder of Aclazotz, you can make somebody lose 8 life in a turn. Yeah, it's not good. It also forces a discard, which also gives us into Tiny Bones 1, and of course, Tiny Bones 2. Fantastic stuff right there. So we love to see that. We love to see that stealing aspect and suppression on everyone. I'm going to go with Stab Wound. If you want to go with Cut Downs, you certainly can. I've found Stab Wound to be kind of more useful because of those damn exploding things right there. You know what I mean? It's an instant -2, -2. Also, the art is sick, and it's from Foundations. So if you want to get rid of those exploding ones, Cut Down is also perfectly fine. Yes, you're going to be your 1-drop removal right there. But it's a cool card. You can also surprise people with it. I've also blocked and then hit stab wound and then they die, or they've been blocked and they're like, oh, my guy will survive. I stab wound him and he dies anyways, so not bad. For other removal, I think 3 Bitter Triumphs and 2 Long Goodbyes. I've been really enjoying Long Goodbye because Sheltered by Ghosts is everywhere. It is everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. As a matter of fact, I'd say put more in your sideboard in case you're running best at 3 and you know they're running Sheltered. He's your best friend right there. You know what I mean? He's your man. 1 black and 1. This spell cannot be countered. This includes by ward abilities. So it busts right through ward. It cannot be countered. Destroy a creature or planeswalker with mana value 3 or less. That'll get rid of a Liliana. That'll get rid of the 3-drop Kaido. I know it doesn't work on bigger creatures, but generally people try to play Sheltered by Ghosts very quickly. They usually only put them down. They usually put Sheltered of Ghosts on like a 2 or 3 drop anyways to try to get it out on the board as quick as possible. So Long Goodbye is your good friend here. Bitter Triumph is not bad. I'm not crazy about losing the 3 life. I'd rather discard a card because we can resurrect some cards. Like you could discard a Forsaken Miner and bring it back later. You can actually do that trick right away. If you have 3 mana, you can discard, target your opponent, and then bring it right back. It's really fun. And it also triggers the Corpse of the Lost, the delve issue, or not delve, whatever it is. If a card went into a graveyard. So that's going to be the removal package. We're going to go 4 Stash Skeletons. If you want to do 3, I'm not mad at you for 3. If you want to swap in something else, I'm okay with that. 1 black and 1. Whenever this case enters, create a 2/1 black skeleton creature token and suspect it. What does suspect means? It means that it gets menace and it can't block. So that's a 2/1 menace that can't block. Pretty aggressive, hard to block, difficult to deal with. I like that. And then it has the lovely tutor ability right there, which is to solve, you control no suspected skeletons. So it punishes people for removing your skeleton menace right there, or if they're blocking it and killing it. That means you can use the solved ability, search your library, search for a card, put it in your hand, activate. So you have a great tutor ability. You punish them with tutoring if they end up killing your skeleton that's attacking them every turn. So very good right there. We're going with Tiny Bones, Bauble Burglar. We're doing a smattering of discard in this, which is fun. 1 black and 1, the tiniest bones you ever did see. Skeleton Rogue, legendary creature. Whenever an opponent discards a card, exile it from their graveyard with a stash counter on it. If during your turn, you may play cards if you don't own from stash counters on them, and mana type of any can be spent to cast those spells. Each opponent discards a card, activated as a sorcery. So you can force people to discard a card, but he also goes, anytime that they have to discard, we get it. This is very fun for people who are voluntarily discarding to do things. You can steal things out of their graveyard that way, or you do it with him specifically, or hit Hopeless Nightmare, or even like I have a Duress in here. If you want to start loading Duresses in the 1 spots, you could do that as well. Very fun overall. So that's what we're going to be running 2 of him for. And also, he's a skeleton. He's going to benefit from all the skeleton things that we're doing. This is another good one. Thanks for the suggestion. Who suggested this one to me? I forgot. Whoever you are, shout out to you. 2 mana, artifact creature shapeshifter. Okay, a shapeshifter is a changeling. It's everything. Okay, it is a demon and it is a skeleton. I know it's a silly little mascot that all the bunnies and raccoons and squirrels made, and it's adorable and pastel, and it's in this with these nightmare creatures and demons. But that's kind of fun. It is a nightmare creature. It's a demon and it's a skeleton, meaning it's going to benefit from all of the effects that we have down on the board. It gives you 1 color mana of anything. We don't really need that. We just need a 2/1 additional creature. If you wanted to do more of these, you could remove a case of the stash. You could do this. You could do up that like there. Because it's really fun to do 3/3 mascot into your Unholy Annex right there. That way you can trigger it right away because it's a demon and it's a skeleton. Speaking of skeletons, Corpse of the Lost. This card has won me so many games, man. This is a really good card. 1 black and 2 enchantment. Skeletons you control get +1 and have haste. Nice. Very, very cool stuff right there. And now, if that wasn't good enough, when Corpse of the Lost enters, create a 2/2 black skeleton pirate creature token at the beginning of your end step. If you descended this turn, meaning that a permanent card is put into a graveyard from anywhere, even your hand, you may pay 1 life. If you do, return it to your hand. Very useful if they're trying to kill that, or if you just want to generate another skeleton, you can play it down again and aggro out. So this guy is pushing all of your skeletons down range. You can hold a bunch of skeletons in hand, play this on turn 3, then drop 2 Forsaken Miners and a Tiny Bones or a 3 tree mascot immediately and swing in for a huge amount, swing in for 9 on turn 4. Like, that's how dangerous Corpses of the Lost can be built up for. You know what I mean? You can build board and then just accelerate a bunch of guys downrange very hard with an additional +1. Stack them. They get +2 if you get 2 of these out. Very, very fun stuff. And Tiny Bones benefits from it. Both of them do. And, of course, 3 Tree benefits from it as well. We want to make it even worse. We want to make the situation even worse. We got a Death Bear in here. This is a reprint from Foundations. I love his weird abstract nightmare watercolors. You can't even tell what he is really, other than a shape holding a knife. 2 black and 1. He is a zombie. Got to get help from your zombies. You know, skeleton zombies, they got to help each other. It's undead helping undead. Skeletons you control and other zombies you control get +1/+1 and have death touch. So he's going to play the pump on everyone. And then if you're going in with a full swarm of different creatures, blocking them all is not going to be easy, guys. That's going to hurt a lot, okay? That's going to hurt a lot to try to block all of those guys, especially like a menace. Like we're talking about potentially a 4/2 menace death touch. That's not good, man. That's dangerous to be coming in at you every single turn, because you have to block with 2 creatures. Both creatures are going to die no matter what, even if they're big. So that's our other 3-drop. Our other 3-drop here is going to be Unholy Annex. There's a reason that this is in all the top level decks, man. If you're running black and you're not running Unholy Annex, frankly, you're kind of doing something wrong. It is probably one of the best black cards right here. 1 black and 2 at the beginning of your end step. Draw a card. If you control a demon, you lose 2 life. And your opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. Otherwise, you just lose 2 life. We want to have demons on the board. We have demons available to us in the form of the Ritual Chamber. We can play 2 black and 3. When we unlock it, we create a 4/4 black demon creature token with flying, which is very cool. It's built right in there, so even if we hit board wipes or anything like that, we can just activate it and just have him available. And then, of course, we gain and drain 2 and still draw a card, or we have Bloodladder of Aclazotz right there. So that's another great combo, so we're going to talk about that. So he will get activated. I don't mind losing a life or 2, but if you have 3 tree or you have Bloodladder or you have the built-in demon, you're going to gain and drain, which is very, very effective right there. That's a good one to have your shapeshifter mascots right there. The finisher, of course, is going to be Bloodladder of Aclazotz. He is the final boss of black, arguably the best black card out of Ixalan. 3 black and 1 2/4 vampire demon. If an opponent would lose life during your turn, they lose twice that much life instead. That is bad. That is a bad, bad time. There's a reason that this is so high up in the meta. You combine it with Unstoppable Slasher, it's bad. You combine it with anything, it's bad. Losing 2 life and then losing 4, yeah, that combines with Unholy Annex right here. If you control a demon, each opponent loses 2. Guess what? If it's Bloodletter, they lose 4. That's what I said about making your opponent lose 8 life on your turn. Guess what? You put down Unholy Hopeless Nightmare, they lose 4 life because it's 2, 4. You play, and then you end with Unholy Annex, they lose another 2, that's 4. They lose 8 life. That's not easy to survive. If there's skeletons clawing at you every single turn and you're losing 8 life, 4 to 8 life every turn randomly, and it's feeding me as well, you're not going to survive that for very long. I don't care what you've got going on. You're gonna succumb sooner or later to the dark souls of magic cards. Very, very dangerous. Also, just the flying, just to go in and do that much damage with a lot of variety of creatures, all of a sudden doing 8 damage to someone does 16 damage. What people don't even realize, you have 2 of them, it's multiplied, it's 4 times. If I do 4 damage to somebody and I have 2 of these demons down, it's 16 damage. It'll just rip down your life total viciously. We're going to do 1 Soulstone Sanctuary because it becomes all creatures, so he could also potentially activate Annex, and he gets the abilities of Corpses of the Lost. Demolition Field to kill those annoying other things. 2 Cavernous Souls and 20 mana and 20 swamps right there. We're going to look at the stats. Demons and skeletons. That's what we're looking at here. Vampires, zombies, wizards, all kind of other stuff in here, but it's mostly going to be demon, skeleton, as I've said. And rogues, oddly enough. I'm running it in the alchemy queue. It is a standard deck. It is 100% standard legal. It is 100% alchemy legal. I am unhappy with standard right now. It is a mess. It is not very fun to run decks in standard. It is an absolute gunfight. I'm not enjoying it, so I shifted to my standard decks are all alchemy legal, which I enjoy doing. 7 instants, 2 artifacts, 12 enchantments, a surprising amount of enchantments in this one. They will help us out a lot. 24 lands on a 2.6, more than enough. I never had any issues with flooding or drowning so far tonight. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get it in here. Sideboard options, I think that basically Duress, like I said, maybe a not long goodbye, maybe another 3-tree if you want to do 1 or 2 less. Withering Torment, in case you need to get rid of enchantments, that might be your best friend there. That might be useful to do that. I'm not mad at Adaptive Automaton either, because you choose Skeleton if you want to pump everybody and get that accelerator in. It's a 3-drop. I felt like we had a lot of expensive 3-drops already, so I was like, I'm on the fence about him to throw him in there, but he is useful in this deck because he counts as both a skeleton and a zombie. And he does get other creatures you control get the +1/+1, but I was on the fence, so maybe not. And of course, Corrupted Conviction's not a bad one. If people are playing a lot of removal and you want to get the card draw out of it, kind of hold that in your hand. You can sacrifice a Forsaken Miner, or, you know, even a Case of the Sketch Skeletons if you want to activate the Case ability or something like that. That's great stuff right there. So that's our sideboard. We're going to run up the ladder. I'm tired of being low rank. We're going to start ranking up like crazy. Probably going to try to hit Diamond by this weekend. I'm tired of Platinum already. It's boring. Here we go. Let's get into the game. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Let's get into it. Hey, welcome, Lord Soren. I couldn't say anything because I was recording. Let me give you a shout out. All right, shout out Lord X Soren. There we go. How was your night tonight, man? Did you do good for yourself? Still obsessed with, yeah, I know the deck sleeves are pretty cool. Deck sleeves are pretty cool. That's not the worst. It's not great, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Do that. I think this is going to be probably a bat next. I think it's a bat type of deck. Ooh, consoles. Yeah, it's a bad deck, as I expected. As expected. No, why would I run for Phyrexian Arena when you have Unholy Annex, which is arguably better? Ah, there we go. Boom. Oh, decline. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. The touchdown brings me round again to find not the man I think I am at home. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. Let's do this. Bloomborough man. Are they man-sized animals? Why'd I have stat blocks 1/1? It's hard to say. You know? Is he what is the old joke? Is the walls made of him, or is he made of the walls? He screams, for he does not know. A Lego guy who lives in a Lego house, his flesh is made of what the walls are made of. He screams, for he does not know. Oh, Enduring Innocence. Love that card. Such a good card. I think it started with gingerbread, actually. Are the walls made of his flesh, or is he made of the flesh of his walls? And we're going to drain him right here because Annex triggers. Boom, we draw a second Annex. Gingerbread Man too, yeah. Authority of the Consuls. Goldvein Sidekick. Nice girthy Goldveiner sidekick right there. Girth McGirt. Watch this. There you go. Hey, it's Evil Panda. Evil Panda number 2. Evil Panda. Should we give him hope and then take the hope away? Oh, he didn't want to go hopeless on me. He didn't want to go hopeless on me. He didn't like that. Thank you so much, Lord Soren. I'm glad you like it. Well, it's almost time to do a one of these. Ew. I like Zimone as a character, but I don't like Simic, which is what she represents. I actually love her character design and her whole thing about using math magic. Very cool. She's still Simic, unfortunately. Hopefully she has some sort of turn, and she explores like Red or something and becomes like, is it? She's like, I understand now. Math is stupid. It's only about violence. And then becomes like Demir. She's like, oh, I've delved into secrets that you couldn't even understand. My fractals have broken down so complicated and so terrible that I've glimpsed truths beyond time and space. I'm Demir now. That'd be pretty cool, I'd have to say. A lot of the characters change colors, so we can only hope that she's saved from Simic at some point. All right. What point is the break even? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 54? A while, okay. That's a while. Unionized Pokemon, that's pretty funny. Unionized Pokemon. I like that name. Very funny. Very funny. Welcome to the show. I want a secret lair. It's all non-basic lands. Superman, Fortress, Solitude, back name, Rose, Asteroid M. That would be pretty cool mineral area. Well, we're only 77 away now. We're only 77 away. You know me from YouTube, or you're just randomly popping in Unionized Pokemon? Name one Pokemon that can write. Probably that one Pokemon that's a pen. Oh, well, welcome to the show. I'm going to brew a little bit here for the last couple of minutes. We got done pretty quickly, as I knew we would. I might want to go back to... Yeah, I'm sure there's a Pokemon that's a pen. There's a Pokemon that's a set of keys and an ice cream cone. You know what I mean? So I'm sure there's a pen themed Pokemon. Did you know that there was a Pokemon that was keys? Klefki, yep. He's a key ring. There's also one that's ice cream. And a trash bag, yeah. There's all kind of stuff. And a ghost lawnmower, yeah. Isn't one of them explicitly the ghost of a dead child? Like, explicitly in the lore, like, Gaster or Gengar or somebody is like, this is what happens when a lonely, sad child dies. Or some shit like that. I'm sure there is. I'm sure it exists. Phantumph. Yeah. Phantumph is a Pokemon that is possessed by the spirits of children who have died in the forest. I knew that was true. Yeah, it's explicitly dead children's souls. Yep. Written in the lore, that is what it is. Pokemon's weird. Mimikyu is so horrible that you can't see it. Yeah, all Cubones wear the skull of their mother. Yeah, I know. That's another interesting one. I'm thinking about touching whatchamacallit again. What's that crap called? Boros. Thinking about Boros again. Maybe Boros equipment. Do we think we have enough for Boros equipment? I don't know if we do. We might have in standard. All the haunted basic house items in Pokemon, yeah. They are. That's funny. First Strike, Vigilance, Lifelink. Poison Angels doesn't make sense. There's no reason to make Angels poison. It doesn't help anything. That's my biggest concern. Why? What improvement is there from having Poison Angels? That's the question. One last job. Kembra Enduring. Another cat. Target creature you control. Once in future, wealth and power. Bothers me that I don't have this. I'm just going to craft it because it bothers me that there's just one random rare from Bloomborough that I don't have. It just bothers me. Swiftblade Vindicator. Actually, I like you, Swiftblade Vindicator. I like you in this. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I think we got to get Ari. If we're going to do Kembra, we might have to do Savannah Lions. Or Sky Knight Square. Leyline X. Double strike on the mic. Kellen Trailblazer. Twinferno. Boros Charm. Potentially, yeah. Getaway Glamour. Let's play that. Get Lost. 2.3. We'll bring it down one. Do the extreme like a fight like a can do. Dance. Speakered out melody. Anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it. You better gain weight. You better hit bullseye. Kids don't play. If you got a problem, yo, I'll solve it. All right. Boots, Leyline, War Whip. Let's give it a shot. What's green, blue, white again? That's Bant. Green, black and white? No, green, black, white is Abzan. There you go. Yeah. All right, we're going to give this a shot at unranked, and then we're going to call it a night. I have some ideas. This might not be the idea, but we'll give it a shiggity shot. A wiggity watt over the shiggity shot right here. How's that sound? Long Goodbye? Yeah, Long Goodbye. People are forgetting about Long Goodbye. They forgot about Long Goodbye, man. I didn't forget about Long Goodbye. Yeah, that's good stuff right there. People trying to run it, man. People are trying to run the board with you on shelter. They're trying to get sheltered out, man. They're trying to fucking hit shelter like it's nobody's business. We got to stop them. You know? He's going to play removal on that. Gopher, as one does. Lush Gorger, Flongamlar. Boom. Zombify? No, Archfiend of the Dross. Okay. Oil. Probably a Zombify. I'm sure he wants that out. Oh, Liliana the Villiana. Okay. So immediately we go into Standard and we get Shredder. We hit fucking Black Shredder. This is the issue. If you're wondering why I'm playing fucking Alchemy, that right there. People are not interested in engaging in the game. They don't want to let you play anything. They want to kill everything that you possibly have and get the game over as quick as possible. And that's what's irritating. I would really like to play Magic without just everything that I put down being killed immediately. I know it's a lot to ask, but, you know. Just get under a dock bridge and he'll take care of himself. That's true. Maybe I have Ninja Turtles on the brain. Boom. Probably a kill card immediately, because that's what they like. That's what they're all about here. Yeah, people have gotten too fucking... I've realized I've had to run those fucking long goodbyes because people have gotten way too comfortable with fucking Ward, man. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is, man. They're way too fucking happy about having Ward. No good. They think as soon as they throw that shelter out, it's fucking GG. Yeah, they're way too comfy about that. He'll probably take Aribo. If he's smart, he'll take Aribo. Ari. He did not take Aribo. That was a bad idea. You should have taken Aribo. Yeah, you can just mute people if you want. You know? The only GG I believe is if I'm about to kill a guy and he tells me GG, I believe him. He says, all right, you got that one, boss. Your Rakdos skeletons. Oh, well, that's good. Leyline X. Swift boot. Let's do that. I will take a look at it, Mr. Cthulhu. Okay. What's he got here? Lord Jock's Anus. Jock's Anus. Case of the Uneaten. Brings it back to his hand. You'll probably build a better deck with it. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. No problems there. Not an angel, it was Denetha, Human Knight. Isn't there an angel that you can equip for free when it enters the battlefield, turn face up? Yeah, Denetha is a 5-drop, though, and I don't think the game's ever going to last that long, man. I generally don't think that it's going to last that fucking long, you know? Oh, he just went for it. All right. Well, we might be onto something. Denetha I considered, but that was a good point. CACO37. You got a robot name. That's okay. Sometimes we're robots. All right, guys, I'm going to send you off on your way to somebody else. We will send you off to ePhilly. Adios, everyone. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. The Philliest, the Killiest, the #1 chilliest. Buggy man, buggy man, buggy man, buggy man. Beep, 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 beep.